Hello guys, welcome back. I believe it's time to update the market after we had a beautiful long-awaited weekly close. But before we start looking at the BTC chart, I've got a small request. If you guys are learning and enjoying from the content, do not forget to like the video, and if you are new to the channel, subscribe and activate the bell so you do not miss the accurate market updates. Starting from the BTC under a higher time frame, that in the last few weeks, as you can see, we had a level at around 35,800, 900, that minimum, and ideally, as I said, we're supposed to close 36,000, 36,500. So last night we closed with a $39,013, which was a massive, beautiful, bullish candle. And if you remember, in the last few weeks, that I've been expecting after this candle that I mentioned via my Twitter account, that we need a confirmation, this type of green candle. However, I'm expecting another green candle after this candle. And at the moment, after this dump, that we couldn't break the 60,000 level, that there is a hope in the market we can go all the way up to $45,000 and $48,000. However, the real battle will take place at around $48,000 and $50,000. But in order to analyze that, we have to start looking at lower time frames. Moving on to a daily time frame. When we look into a daily time frame, as soon as we lost the 57,000, 57,500 level, daily time frame went heavily under the bear's control. However, the primary support was around $36,000. The first time that, as you can see, we broke the 36,000 and managed to stay above with this yesterday's bullish engulfing candle. We broke the first support under the daily time frame. Moving on to a 4-hour time frame. Before we move on, multiple time frame analysis, I would like to recap from the yesterday's and previous videos. Now, as you remember, this support 2, number 2, was our primary support right before this dump. And I mentioned that clearly via my Twitter account. So as you can see, we came to the support with a $25 difference and we held the support. Since then, we're going up, retested the support number 1, and then we are going towards the bullish territory. In the yesterday's video, the price action was around 35,500 and 800 levels. That lower time frames, 2-hour time frame, started giving a bullish signal. However, as I said in the previous videos, 4-hour time frame was under bear's control and it started flashing the consolidation. And as a result, because of the lower time frames was a bullish, we had another pump in the last 24 hours. If one took this trade from this bottom, you've been already up by 30% plus spot profit. And if you're a leverage trader, 5 times that would have been given 150%, 10 times you've been already up by 320% profit. As long as you manage your trade by moving the stop losses. And that stop loss has to be a technical one. However, from yesterday's video, that we went all the way up to nearly 15% spot profit. And again, if you're a leverage trader, you did the maths for yourself. Before we move on, if you want to learn all these technical analysis, what I'm showing, and if you want to become an independent professional trader, or you're interested in the institutional trading system, you can message me via Telegram at Magnate, and 101 intense mentorship is available. It only takes you 5 to 10 hours to master this all. During the course, you will learn day trading, i.e. scalping, swing, and as well as the long-term as an investor trading systems. Moving on to 4-hour time frame. In the last videos that I mentioned clearly, within 72 hours that we have to break and stay above this level of 37,500, 37,600 level in order to move towards the bullish territory. So as you can see, the price action started printing a higher highs. From the south, we have a higher low structure. And right at this moment, 4-hour time frame started giving a bullish signal. But bear in your mind that I mentioned in my previous videos, this is going to be challenging for the bulls, the lower line as well as the upper line of this resistance. Right at this moment, we're in the middle. As you can see, since yesterday, 1, 2, 3, 4 candles, 16-hour had a battle under the lower line of this resistance number 2. And with this candle, we managed to break. However, right at this moment, we are inside the resistance 2. So I'm expecting slight pullback. Moving on to 2-hour time frame. 2-hour time frame, as soon as we managed to break and stay above the lower line of this resistance number 1, which was 35,700 level, 2 hours started flashing a bullish signal that I mentioned in the yesterday's video. So as a result, we went all the way up and that provided to us nearly 15% spot profit. At the moment, 2 hour is under the bull's control, which is a good sign. Moving on to 1 hour time frame. In yesterday's video that I mentioned, 1 hour time frame entered into the consolidation zone. However, 2 hour time frame was still promising and it was bullish. At the same time, 4 hours started moving onto the consolidation, and that was a good sign. As a result, as you can see it, we managed to break the lower line of this resistance, and a couple of hours we managed to stay above, and then since then 1 hour time frame started moving towards the bullish territory. The current condition of the 1 hour time frame is extremely healthy and bullish. So in the coming hours, I'm expecting maybe we may go all the way up to the upper line of this resistance, which is up to $42,000, and then we can see some sort of pullback in the market and little bit of consolidation under a lower time frame. And we've got a good news on the 4 hour time frame, that 4 hours started giving us a bullish signal. And if you missed this trend, keep an eye on pullback, and you may enter when the pullback takes place. However, we've been following this resistance number 3, major resistance, at around 45,000 and 48,000 level. I'm still holding my bias, and price action, I'm still waiting the price action to come, and the real battle will take at around $48,000 and $50,000. This is what we call it, the bear's fence, and that's where the majority of the bear army is located, and it was waiting for the bulls in order to have a real battle. Moving on to Ethereum. Ethereum on the daily time frame, that is mentioned in the previous videos, that we have to break and stay above upper line of this support number 2, and that was around 2,550 level. And as you can see with the yesterday's candle, we got slight rejection on the lower time frame, exact upper line of this support number 2. However, once we started today's candle, as you can see, we tested and held the lower line of this support number 2, dollar to dollar, cent to cent, that held, as you can see with this today's candle. At the moment, the real challenging area is going to be on the daily time frame, 2,900 and 2,700 area. If we're going to manage to break, as long as BTC goes towards the $48,000, and we will reach in the first place to the resistance number 1, and then we can go all the way up to 3,100 level. Moving on to 4 hour time frame. When the price action was around here, Ethereum on the 4 hour was heavily under the bear's control. However, right at this moment with the BTC's pump, Ethereum on the 4 hour time frame is under the consolidation, which is a good sign. In the coming days, if we're going to manage to break and stay above after small pullback with the BTC, obviously we're expecting a small pullback that will affect the Ethereum. As long as in the coming days, if we're going to stay above the level of 2,550 and 2,600 level, then we are good to go towards our resistance number 1 on the 4 hour time frame. Moving on to 2 hour time frame. 2 hour was heavily underwater in the last couple of weeks. However, by entering into this support level, 2 hours started going into the consolidation territory. And again, holding this level in the coming 48 to 72 hours, ideally 48 hours on the 2 hour time frame, holding this level and staying above, we can expect from 2 hour we'll move towards the bullish territory. 1 hour time frame. On the 1 hour time frame, as you can see, after this consolidation as well as the bear territory, once we went up and we got rejection, as you can see, dollar to dollar, cent to cent, we went all the way. In a couple of hours, we've been inside this support. Right at this moment, 1 hour started moving towards the bullish zone. So 1 hour at the moment under the bull's control. Overall picture doesn't look bad. As long as BTC holds the support level, then in the coming days we will see the resistance number 1 from the Ethereum and all the way up to 3,000 level that we can reach. To hold this structure, we shouldn't lose the upper line of this support number 1, which is going to be around 2,400 area. As long as we're going to hold this support number 2, then that will give us a chance to go to resistance number 1. So at this stage, market looks promising on the lower time frame as well as the mid time frame. However, high time frame, as I said, we will have a real battle at around $48,000, $45,000. For Ethereum, we will have a battle at around $3,000. So we came to an end of this episode, and if you guys enjoyed it, do not forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.